This is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man, let's talk about Josh Taylor versus the welterweight division. I mean, we can pull up the welterweight division. You can see everybody that's in there, how you would do. Most people are saying, well, after that performance, Kell Brooks should get in there, get banged with him. But hey, check out the welterweight playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video. And Josh Taylor said he is moving up to welterweight after saying that, you know, he could make the weight comfortably. And, you know, to me, that was kind of a built-in excuse for his performance, bro. Even though he has, I think he missed, you know, he's missed the weight on the first tries a couple of times, or at least one time that I can remember. But you know, it is what it is. You want to blame the weight? Could be the weight. You know, they said he rehydrated almost 20 pounds after the weigh-in with Catterall. And the downside to that, it make you sluggish. The upside is you can absorb the punishment. So when you fighting a puncher, you know, like when Onito Donaire fought New Way, and you know, they obviously their first and only fight, they supposed to be fighting again. He put a lot of weight on to take the punishment. So yeah, he put a lot of weight on to take the punishment. And he probably didn't even, you know, he probably wasn't sure if he'd be able to take the punishment. So that's why these guys put on a lot of weight, bro. So, you know, after the weigh, and so they can absorb the punishment and have an advantage, but it make you sluggish, drop your speed down. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's like, you know, sludge being in your engine. You know, I slow your engine down and all that type of stuff. So yeah, I mean, like I said before, that's why, you know, especially as you get older, you creep into your 30s, bro, your body react different. You younger, you be able to get away with rehydration and still be a little bit of twitchy. When you get older in the 30s, body start to change a little bit, bro. But you look at the field, bro, there's a number of options for the guy at the field, honestly. I mean, if you want to like ease his way in the division, he's on down the road. I mean, you got Kell Brook, you got Stoyanis, kind of some of these dudes dangerous. Lucas Santamaria dangerous. I mean, Bruce Putin dangerous. Kyle Velasquez dangerous because he could punch. He'd be beaten on the way Taylor fought last. He get beat on. So Region is a good fight. Obviously, he can move up and be Buzz mandatory. I don't think that's a smart move. Custio Clayton fight Jerron Ennis. Ennis and Ortiz gunning for titles. Him and Ortiz could fight for the right. People said, well, Ortiz will kill Josh Taylor after he seen last night. They both ain't got no defense. One thing we know about Josh Taylor, he could take a shot. We don't know about Virgil Ortiz. He ain't been hit by nobody yet. So, to me, that's still a 50-50 fight. He had, and then also, too, fighting at the crib. You know, that's a lot of pressure. You see how Jaime Munguia looked at the crib. His body looked terrible. That's what happened when you got to fight at the crib coming up. But, you know what I'm saying? Him and Ugas sparred, and he said he knocked Ugas out. Ugas said that wasn't true. But Ugas did say Taylor almost sent him to the hospital and sparring. So he can compete, bro. He had a bad night, and people ready to ride. Oh, Tank could beat him, this, that, and the third. Like I said, Tank, for one, Tank can't beat nobody that he can't get in the ring with. You know what I'm saying? They still won't throw him in the ring with Josh Taylor after that. So one bad night isn't indicative of you. People saying, well, Regis got a bad man. He beat the dog walking shit out of Regis. That fight wasn't competitive, bro. I don't know why people say it's competitive. They don't know how to score fights. It wasn't competitive. He beat him. And the reason it got close is because his eye down the stretch. That's it. Fight wasn't competitive. And you see Regis progress fights after this. After that, nothing special. So, not Regis progress though, but you look here, he got a ton of options, bro. But it's probably the same problem that Terence gonna have. You're on the wrong side of the street, and I think his best ability. I mean, obviously, it's stocked up everywhere. Could he fight Keith Thurman off region? To beat Errol Spence's WBC mandatory. I mean, ask the WBC to make him a man. That's what I'll do. I ask the WBC to make my mandatory because I know for a fact Errol about to drop the belt and move up. And me and David, our region, or Keith Thurman, if I can't beat Keith Thurman, man, I don't think I belong here. But he can continue to ease his way into the division. Michael Fox, dude that robbed from Gabriel. I mean, Conor Ben, probably not ready yet. So he got a plethora of options. Mikey Garcia might be an option. But, Taylor looked terrible last night. He looked a lot better with Shane McGuigan. But then again, maybe the way Sandor Martin is an option, makes some money there. So, should he go right for the championship fights? I mean, with the politics, he should. He should go right for the championship fight. But, like I said before, it's not like 140 or 154. Anybody you pick can beat you on any given night. Maybe it is like that, but you got some options. Delani, Mabanga, whatever the situation may be. But when you talk about how does he do versus, the semi-elite fighters, Virgil Ortiz, Duran Ennis, um, Keith Thurman, I think people, favor him. I mean, favor them over him right now after that performance. Even though some of those guys don't have the same skill set that Jack Catterall do, what Keith Thurman and Duran Ennis do, but Virgil Ortiz defense is terrible. It's by far worse than Josh Taylor's. You know what I'm saying? So you can do Danny Garcia, but he on the wrong side of the street. So that's why you go for like the WBC. If you can't beat Keith Thurman, you can't beat him. But that's why you go for the WBC. Exactly why. So they can't freeze you out. So he should ask the WBC to make him a mandatory, put him in an eliminator with the Ivy region and Keith Thurman. So when Errol dropped the belt, then he could fight, the opposite, Thurman Ivy region for the belt, or he could fight. Maybe they give him the belt and he can hold the WBC, and then maybe him and Crawford can make the unification. But as far as him and Ugas, the way he looked like last night, man, Ugas, you can't stand in front of Ugas and take those shots, bro. But, right now, I think Virgil Ortiz be favored to beat him, but I think he beat Virgil. I think it's 50-50. I think Virgil could beat him too, but I'm going to take Taylor. I'm going to think Taylor going to look a lot better at 47, and I think Taylor could take a shot too. I'm not sure about Ortiz. Pretty sure he can, but Ortiz big, Taylor big. I think that's a pick 'em fight, honestly. But I'm a favorite Taylor in that one. I ain't gonna live in the moment off his performance. And then you look down the road and you say, well, Ugas, I don't think he could beat Ugas fighting like that. I don't care what happened in sparring. You can't sit in front of somebody like that. Like, you can't sit in front of Ugas to let him tee off. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit in front of Ugas and let him tee off, bro. So, I think Ugas right now, after, what I seen to get him, but, maybe it was an off night. Errol Spence, I thought he could be competitive with Errol Spence. I don't think he could be competitive with Errol Spence neither. So I think, the champions, who got the best chance of beating, maybe Ugas, because they've sparred before and all that stuff. You know, maybe because they sparred before and they familiar with each other. But I'm a so yeah, I think as far as Spence, he lose. I think as far as Terence Crawford, obviously he's just too dynamic. He loses. I think he loses to all the title holders. Dryness, I think he loses at this point. I've region, I think he could beat him. Keith Thurman, I don't know. I think most people favor Keith Thurman. I think it's a pick 'em fight. I think it's a pick 'em fight, but like I said, it's at least first the field. He got some tough fights in there with Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia. If politics gonna get in the way, Kell Brook, Lucas Santamaria, Kyle Velasquez, Bruce Putin, Steonis. It's tough fights all the way around, bro. David Region might be a tough fight. Jamal James still around. So yeah, him versus the field, he gonna have a tough time if that's gonna be his performance. If that's gonna be his performance, bro, he gonna have a really tough time, bro. That's gonna be a tough time, So if that's how he gonna be performing, bro, he ain't got no chance. But he ain't nobody that's gonna outbox you from the outside. Josh Taylor's a pocket pressure fighter, but this is gonna be interesting. Honestly, it's gonna be very interesting, man. And I think that the field is tough for him, and he's gonna earn his keep at 147 pounds. He's a big guy. He gonna grow into the weight class. He probably get bigger, stronger. But my issue is, you go up there, bro. If you ain't got to have no jab, you got to have better defense, bro. I think if you had to ask me to guesstimate the welterweights that's better than him, and after, we can't help to see what we seen last night. He could have underestimated Catterall. Fighting at home is a lot of pressure. But Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, Ugas, I think I take Batuev over him right now. I definitely take Duran Ennis over him right now. I'd probably say Keith Thurman. So I think he sit around the seventh best welterweight, just projecting after I seen last night. But I think Mikey Garcia might give him a good run for his money. Buzz Putin, Kyle Velasquez, Lucas Santamaria, Kell Brooks, Steonis, all probably had good chances to beat him. So he could just been a hit at 140. We're going up to 47, man. He gonna be bigger, stronger. He ain't got to just beat people with his skill set, but them dudes punch a lot harder up there. They're a lot more dynamic. So he's an athletic guy, but he's tough. But I don't know. He better figure out his trainer situation because he needs Shane McGuigan back. Honestly, Barry not gonna let it happen after the split with the lawsuit and stuff. But right now, I mean, he probably top 10 welterweight, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Huh? So how he do worth the field? He probably got the ability to beat a lot of most everybody in the division. Everybody got the ability, all prize fighters, but you know, they all prize fighters, but it's hard to unsee what you've seen yesterday. People say, well, Tank can beat him for one. Tank one step in the ring with him, but he got tough fights at welterweight. And if the weight was a problem, it was a problem. But or if the opponent was the problem, he thought he was gonna walk through Catterall. That's why you got to mentally cover. That's Cobra thought he was gonna walk through old boy last night. Hector, Hector Luis Garcia. Shit, you can't be overlooking these dudes, bro. Y'all you're not active enough. And Bob say Crawford is content. I mean, Taylor is content. Josh Taylor's content will fight once or twice a year. He said that yesterday he's content with that. So if he was content with fight once or twice a year, bro, you can't overlook these guys. You're not active enough. You in front of your home crowd. He fought a dumb fight. Him and Cobra fought dumb fights. He just got his fight. The referee helped to make it close, and he was more competitive than Cobra. Cobra was just straight out class last night. But hey, check out the welterweight lots of playlists. Let me know what you girls and guys think. You want to find me on social media? Hit the link tree link in the description. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button, the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase chance notifications. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.